Anything from the preparation perspective you would tell? Any tips that you would want to just give out?
From the preparation perspective, I guess it would be the strategies that you should definitely follow. That is, once you have practiced a lot of these papers, figure out which section is the most difficult for you. So I guess for me and for a lot of people, it's NAT that is the most difficult. And it also takes a lot of time. You don't feel like leaving any question because negative marking nahi hai. So when I used to practice, if I did like NAT, MSQ, MCQ, then I would most of the time we get like overtime, time mein nahi khatam kar pati thi. I already decided that I'll do NAT in the complete end, and I had entire like timestamps planned, I guess. So MCQ I had decided I'll do in like 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then MSQ the next half an hour, and then NAT I gave an entire hour for it, and it worked out pretty well. I think I completed it like just 5 minutes before the exam, like before the 2.5 hours got over. And another thing would be just for each question, decide that is it worth the time you're going to spend on it. Because like there were a few questions that were so difficult, not so difficult. I feel like I would have been able to solve it if I was sitting at home and I had ample amount of time. But itne complicated the. I remember reading a question and I finished reading it and I immediately went to the next one. I won't be able to solve this in the time I have right now. And then of course there were few that I just had no idea how to solve. So definitely don't do the questions that you don't know about because negative marking is there. I think in the end I left like 7 questions, which is quite good, of course, but yes. Don't feel bad if you're leaving questions. And this year there was partial marking in MSQ, so that was something that I took full advantage of. So I made sure to leave like minimum questions in MSQ. I still left 2 because they were complicated. But I made sure to just mark the options that I'm completely sure about. And if I have a doubt in some other option, to not mark it. So in the end, it worked pretty well. I did not have a single question wrong in MSQ. So there was no negative marking that got into play. There were 4 questions in which I had like an incomplete answer, but at least there was no marks cut.
Yeah.
That worked out really well. That was something that everybody should take full advantage of. They have given quite a nice partial marking is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So yes, those would be the tips. And for drawing consistency, that is what worked for me.
Yeah.
To be consistent in your drawings, काफी पहले से start कर दो. And yes, consistency.